everyone, it's Bethany. Welcome back. Happy New Year. In this video, we are going to play around with my new laser cutter. I am really excited. I shared last year that I had invested in one, and then the year got really busy for me, so I wasn't able to bring it to the channel and share which one I got and create a project with you. So we're gonna do all of that today. So I did invest in the Glowforge Aura, and I also did get the filter system as well. And I decided to get the filter system because I wasn't interested in having a window vent in my craft room, so I went ahead and invested in that when I got my laser cutter as well. So I'll link everything that I have and what I purchased down below so that you know exactly what I'm using to create today's project. We're going to create my first wood project. I'm really excited to show you what it is. It looks super cute and I know it's going to create a perfect gift. So I've been wanting to get a laser cutter for a while, but I kept talking myself out of it. And finally, after seeing some of the cool things that could be made with one, I decided to invest in it. So we're going to make a fun little gift today. First, we're going to start out in the software so I can show you how to get it all set up. And I'm then going to show you how the laser cutter is going to cut it all out. So let's go ahead and get started. Be sure to pop down below the video to check out everything that I'm using to bring this project together. And let's create our first wood project. Okay, so first I'm going to go to Glowforge website and then I'm going to come up to create. And create is going to allow me to start creating with my new laser cutter. Then I'm going to go over to my designs on the left side. And then this is the designs that either I have favorited or have used with my Glowforge. So I'm going to show you how to make these teacher coffee cups. So this is the design that I use, but let me go ahead and re-upload it so I can show you how to get it all set up from start to finish. So I'm going to go ahead and click create new design, and then I'm going to say upload a file. The reason I'm doing this is because I did purchase this file elsewhere, so I need to upload it from my computer. Then I just need to locate it on my computer wherever I downloaded it. And I'm going to click on teacher coffee cups. I did get a little bundle, so I just need to find the correct file that I'm going to use. And then I'm going to click the SVG version. So I'll double click that to upload it. Okay, so here are the files that come included, and I'm simply going to go through and delete what I'm not going to use. So I know that I don't need any of these, but I like this thank you for helping me grow for my little sleeve. And then of course the coffee cup is going to be my backdrop. And then I need this little piece to go in between both of them so that I have a little built up area to slip the gift card. And you'll see that all play out in a little bit. Okay, and then I also know that for the letters, I don't want those to cut out, but I want them to be engraved. So I'm going to select that, and then I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to click on that layer, and I'm going to say engrave, because I want that to engrave instead. And then on my coffee cup as well, I am going to have that engrave. So I'm going to go over here, click engrave, and there we go. So we'll have some pieces that are engraved, but then you can see on this layer, the cut layer, all of the pieces will be cut out. And then if you go up here, you can switch the layout view, and there is a little camera within the laser cutting machine that will allow you to see in the inside and to see your material. So if I click this, it's going to show the inside of my Glowforge, and you can see that I have my piece of wood in there, and I'll show you how to put that in there in a second. But I have my piece of wood in there. It's going to show me and allow me to drag these pieces where I'd like it so that I can use the most of my material. So you can see where there is a red outline, that's going to be a cut, and wherever you see blue, that will be a place that's going to be engraved. I'm also going to use proof grade material, so you'll see that down here. What that allows me to do is my Glowforge is going to read this QR code down here, and it's going to instantly know the material that I placed in the machine. So those are super nice to use. It makes it super easy. You can just pop your material into the machine. It will read the code and know exactly what cut settings to use because it knows exactly what material it has inside. Now I have my Glowforge actually turned on, so you can see up here that instead of saying offline, now it's calibrating and connecting to my laser cutter. And once my Glowforge is ready, it will tell me so up in this top right corner, and I can click print. So I'll just click this button here, and then I will go ahead and show you how I load my material into my Glowforge, and then I will click print. Again, there's another button on my machine. I'll click that and it will begin cutting. Now, everything else you're going to see in in fast forward motion because this cut, I believe, takes around an hour and a half to cut out. So it's gonna take quite a bit of time. So I'm gonna speed it up really fast, but I want you to know that this is sped up. The machine doesn't actually cut as quickly as you're going to see it. Okay, so here are the pieces, and there is a little tape that is placed over the proof grade materials. Let me see if I can lightly without scratching my wood. It's already on the proof grade materials, and it helps so that once you peel it off, you don't see that burn. Do you see how you can kind of see a little bit of burn coloration there? So it's there to protect the wood. So once you peel that away, then you have a really nice clean finish there. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just using a weeder tool. You can use whatever you wish. Just be careful that you don't scratch your wood. And then that's so gratifying because it's so pretty underneath and nice and clean. And getting the tape off of the insides of all of the little letters, it can prove to take a little bit of time, but my goodness, I just cannot believe how clean this looks once it's all removed. And I'm just keeping some of the extra tape that already has come off so that it can help me pick up the tiny little pieces that are coming out from the middles of the letters. But this just takes a teeny bit of time, but my goodness, it's so pretty to reveal the nice clean finish underneath. All right, and then again, turning this over and grabbing the liner right off the back, and we're all done. So pretty. It looks nice and fresh, and then we can start assembling. Now, what I did was I purchased this Gorilla Glue in clear, and here's the box. This is for wood, stone, metal, ceramic, foam, glass, and more. And I liked that it had more options than just the wood. So I went ahead and invested in this, but you can get just regular wood glue as well. So what I need to do now is this piece is going to go here. And then this piece is going to go on top, and what that's going to allow us to do is have a little pocket, if you will, to put a gift card in there. Isn't that really darling? I love that. Another thing that you can do is you can paint in order to create a different and fun look on your little coffee cup. And I did invest in an acrylic marker set. I have yet to use it, but I went ahead and purchased this once I got my laser cutter because I knew I wanted to be painting on some wood. So here are the colors that are inside. Aren't they pretty? And I just need to go through and add the actual color to each one of my markers. Okay, so sorry to take some time and pause to do that, but I knew that if I didn't put these little labels on right away, then everything would start getting all mixed up. So let's go ahead and just do it right the first time. Okay, and you can also buy, you know, any types of paints that you wish to do a wood project like this, whatever you think is most appropriate. But I saw these paint markers and I thought that that seems really handy and convenient. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do, and you can test your paint colors, like for example, you can test it right on the back side of your wood piece if you'd like. So I want to just see what this would look like, and it has a really nice brush tip, which I love, but you can just kind of paint and see what that would look like. So that would be, let's see, 20. And if you wanted to go a little bit bolder, you have, ooh, that's really pretty. That's pretty as well. This is 22. So both of those are really cute actually. And you could do a combination of both. I think what I'll do is, let's see, how hard would that be to paint that? I don't want to get the engraved area. So I'm trying to think. It could be really cute to do maybe this back piece, this really pretty 22, and then, so it's kind of like more of a hot pink. It's almost like a kind of a salmon hot pink, and then do the light pink for this little piece. That could be fun. Okay, let me clean up the rest of the markers. You know what I think I'll do is I think I'll do this light pink on my lid, and then I will do the darker pink on the cup, and I'll leave this the natural wood. I think that'll be pretty because I do want to keep some of that natural wood element. Okay, so what I'm going to simply do is I'm going to be careful not to get within the engraved area because I want that to be a nice contrast. So I'm going to go around and simply paint. Ooh, I'm loving these already. Okay, get you some. Get some of these paint pens. These are nice. Okay, I'm going to go through and ever so slightly paint in these edges, or not edges, but in this little area. And you probably can, just like you would a traditional paint, you could probably double up on it if you wanted to, you know, make it darker or anything like that. So let me get one coat on and then we'll see. It's a very slight pink, but it's oh so pretty. Okay, so there's one coat. That's really pretty. And what I'll do is I'm gonna let that dry just as I would, you know, regular traditional paint out with a paintbrush, and I'm going to simply give that another, I might give it another coat once I have this one done. And usually I am one to always paint in one direction, but I'm just being so careful not to get within these engraved areas that I'm going to do a little border, if you will, all the way around first. Okay, so what I did is I just painted that top area and then I painted the bottom area. But just to save some paint and resources, I skipped the area where that little gift card is going to be, or that little sleeve is going to be, because we can just save some paint. I am going to see if it matters at all, maybe a little bit, to give this one more coat. Kind of makes it a little bit more light pink. I don't know that you can tell on camera now that I'm looking at the camera, but in person it kind of makes it just a little bit more polished. So I'm going to add one more layer there. And I'm going to let this dry and then maybe add, not really for color, but just to maybe clean it up, I'm going to add one more little swipe to that bottom pink part as well. Now it does take some time to dry, okay? That is a paint. I was kind of expecting it, you know, because it feels like a marker to me, so I was expecting it to dry really quickly, but be sure that you're not touching it or smudging it as you are coloring, because it is taking a little bit of time to dry, but it's actually fairly quick. Okay. So there we go. I'm gonna, again, let that dry for just a moment. In the meantime, what I can do is begin installing these two pieces. And again, I'll link this marker set down below. I'm really impressed with it, so that's really nice. Let's go ahead and install these pieces. I'm gonna take this glue, has a little screw cap on there. And my husband was helping me shop for this glue. And one thing he was mentioning is that this is clear as opposed to the wood glue, which is kind of a yellow or cream color. So I like that, you know, it can be a little bit more forgiving. Okay. So let's go ahead and turn this over and line this up. Okay. And we'll just allow that to, it kind of gives it some wiggle room for sure to let it set. And we'll let that set in place. So see if you have any, you know, coming out the edges at all. This is my first time using it, so it's a little hard to measure how much or little I'll need. I'll need a little bit less next time, but it's nice and clear. So no worries. And in the meantime, this already, the paint-wise already seems to be dry, so I'm going to go ahead and install this piece using less glue. And then we'll have a little pocket for our gift card. How sweet is that? And I'll link this bundle down below that I got because there were other really fun things. I think there was a Post-it note holder and other cute things like that. So I just love how polished that looks. I think that is so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna make sure, whoops, gotta wiggle that into place. Make sure that's exactly where I want that. And I am simply going to walk away and give this a little bit of time to dry. Oh my goodness, I love how that turned out. It's so sweet. So I forgot to get a gift card in the rush of the holidays. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply place a little piece of cardstock in there as an example, and that's what it would look like. So I will get a gift card so you'll see that in the actual thumbnail, but I'm loving how this looks. I think it's very clean and just simple, so sweet. So I'm going to be having a lot of fun with the Glowforge. Be sure to check the description box down below. If you click on the title video, that will open up the description box so that you can access all of the materials that I used to bring this together. But I'm loving this. I'm glad this was my first little wood project on my Glowforge, and it really makes me excited to see what else we can create. All right, everyone, I'll see you in the next video.